It's that time of year again, and we have a bunch of news about the Game Awards 2016. Not only do we have all the nominees and the categories for this year's awards, we also have some interesting comments from Geoff Keighley about the type of gameplay trailers we can expect to see at the event. But let's first kick off with the nominees for the event, which of course is taking place on December the 1st. And let's start things off with probably the most prestigious award at this event, which is the Game of the Year. And it's pretty self-explanatory what that is. All of these categories come with descriptors, but we have Doom, Inside, Overwatch, Titanfall 2 and Uncharted 4. Out of those, I'd probably give it to Doom because Doom is amazing and is probably going to make it onto my personal 2016 Game of the Year list. Bit of a spoiler there, but it's a great game, shouldn't be a surprise. Next up is Best Game Direction, which is Outstanding Creative Vision, Game Direction and Design. And we have Overwatch, Battlefield 1, Doom, Uncharted 4 and Titanfall 2. Between Doom and Overwatch for me here, to be honest, and while both of those games are excellent at what each of them is trying to achieve, I personally would give it to Overwatch because, well, as I've said a couple of times now, I don't normally play multiplayer FPS. Like, the quickest way to get me to switch off is to say it's a multiplayer only FPS usually. But I tried the open beta and I was just completely and utterly hooked, and almost 90 hours later, still loving it. So I'd probably give it to Overwatch in that regard. Best narrative, self-explanatory there. We have Firewatch, Inside, Mafia 3, Oxenfree and Uncharted 4. Firewatch is arguably very strong in its narrative, not so much in the gameplay sense, but also the narrative for Inside is really good as well, so it's probably between those two. Best art direction, which is for creative and technical achievement in artistic design and animation, we have Abzu, Firewatch, Inside, Overwatch and Uncharted 4. For me, again, it's probably between Firewatch and Inside, but if I had to take a guess as to which one of those is probably going to win, assuming it was between those two, it'd probably be Firewatch because that game is absolutely stunning. Next we have Best Music and Sound Design, and we have nominated Battlefield 1, Doom, Inside, Rez Infinite and Thumper. Now, I've not played Rez or Thumper, so I can't really comment on those two. Now, the music for Doom is absolutely excellent and absolutely makes that game, so I'm going to have to give it to Doom there. Best performances for voiceover, motion and performance capture, and we have Alex Hernandez as Lincoln Clay from Mafia 3, Cissy Jones as Delilah from Firewatch, Emily Rose as Lena in Uncharted 4, Nolan North as Nathan Drake in Uncharted 4, Rich Sommer as Henry in Firewatch, and Troy Baker as Sam Drake in Uncharted 4. Lots of Uncharted 4 nominations there. Now, to be honest, it's probably one of the two Firewatch voice actors for me because the voice acting absolutely made that game what it was. Without that really strong voice acting, would the game have been impactful? No, absolutely not. Which one I'd give it to, I couldn't say, but one of those two, I'd say. Next up is Games for Impact, a category that means precisely nothing. However, it does thankfully explain. It is a category for honouring exemplary games that take on real-world issues and advocate for social change. Not played any of these, so I'm not going to share any thoughts. We have 1979 Revolution, Black Friday, Blockhood, Orwell, Sea Hero Quest, and That Dragon Cancer. Best Independent Game, again what it says on the tin, Firewatch, Hyperlight Drifter, Inside, Stardew Valley and The Witness. Out of those I'd give it to Inside because it's amazing. Best mobile game is Clash Royale, Fire Emblem Fates, Monster Hunter Generations, Pokemon Go or Severed. I have no opinion on any of these, but just going to say it's pretty obvious Pokemon Go is going to win. Best VR game is between Batman Arkham VR, Eve Valkyrie, Job Simulator, Rez Infinite and Thumper. Not played any of these, so can't comment. Best action game is for first or third person combat. They do combine those, which is a bit weird. So we have Battlefield 1, Doom, Gears of War 4, Overwatch, Titanfall 2. Again between Doom and Overwatch for me, to be honest. I'm not sure which one I'd go to. That's really tough. They do very different things, but they both again do them really well. So best action adventure game, and that is explained rather as a game that combines combat with traversal and puzzle solving. We have Dishonored 2, Hitman, Hyperlight Drifter, Ratchet & Clank and Uncharted 4. Out of those, Dishonored 2 is the only one I put any real time into, so again that'd probably be my vote. Best RPG is Dark Souls 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, The Witcher 3, World of Warcraft Legion, Xenoblade Chronicles X. Out of those, Dark Souls 3 absolutely, Deus Ex and Witcher 3 however very strong contenders. Best fighting game is between Killer Instinct, King of Fighters 14, Pokken Tournament and Street Fighter 5. Not played any of them unfortunately, would love to get my teeth sunk into Pokken Tournament and Street Fighter 5 I have played I have played it, but yeah. Best strategy game is between Civ 6, Fire Emblem Fates, Banner Saga 2, Total War, Warhammer and XCOM 2. That's probably going to go to Civ 6 for most people. Best family game between Dragon Quest Builders, Lego Star Wars, Force Awakens, Pokemon Go, Ratchet & Clank, Sky High and Skylanders Imaginators. Again, no opinion really, but that's probably going to go to Pokemon Go. Best sports/racing is between FIFA 17, Forza Horizon 3, MLB The Show 16, NBA 2K17 and Pro Evo 2017. And we have a few categories remaining. We have Best Multiplayer, which is between Battlefield 1, Gears of War 4, Overcooked and Overwatch, Titanfall 2 and Rainbow Six Siege. Personally, I'd vote for Overwatch. Most Anticipated Game is between God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Mass Effect Andromeda, Red Dead Redemption 2 and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Those are all pretty damn highly anticipated. Personally, out of those, it's a tough one. Legend of Zelda, I guess. I mean, I would say it's between that, Red Dead. It's between all of them, really. Any of them would be a good pick. So, Trending Gamer. We have Angry Joe, Boogie2988, Danny O'Dwyer, Jacksepticeye or Lyric. Best Fan Creation is between Project A2MR, Pokemon Uranium, Brutal Doom 64 and Enderal The Shards of Order. Best Esports Player is between Faker of let me try it again with some English. SK Telecom T1, League of Legends, Cold Zero is Counter-Strike player for SK Gaming, Beyond is StarCraft 2, Beyond should win, Beyond is amazing, Infiltrator is for Team Razor on Street Fighter 5, Hungrybox is Team Liquid, Super Smash Bros. And best esports teams between SK Telecom T1, Wings Gaming, SK Gaming, Rocks Tigers and Cloud9. And finally, best esports game is between CSGO, Dota 2, League of Legends, Overwatch and Street Fighter 5. It's pretty obvious out of one of those which one is going to win. It's probably going to be League. Overwatch, I've not really watched much esports of it, to be honest. The game that I would vote for, StarCraft 2, is not on here, so there we go. Now, you may be noticing in that nomination list there's a couple of games that technically came out last year. However, to be included, games had to have been released before November the 24th this year, of course. But it does mean anything released after November 24th of 2015 are eligible for this year's award. So that's why we got some 2015 releases there for you. Now, to finish things off, you might be wondering what I meant by Geoff Keighley's comments on what kind of trailers we can be expecting. And well, basically, we can expect to see trailers with more actual gameplay and less sizzle and less CGI, thanks to the whole No Man's Sky thing. Now, you may recall that the hype around No Man's Sky really did start to build up around the Game Awards, and Geoff Keighley said, quote, "I have thought about the story of No Man's Sky a lot. Did we create this black hole of hype that the developers couldn't pull themselves out of? Some of that was authored by me. There is a good moral of that story, and it's part of what I'm trying to address this year, to have developers be more transparent about the state of their game. The nature of showing anything in advance is challenging, and it's a game of expectations. When Warner Brothers showed the first Suicide Squad trailer, everyone went crazy, and the movie ended up being kind of not that great." So apparently this year's Game Awards is going to focus more on presentations, it's going to be diving deeper into games and gameplay, get deeper looks into premieres, they're going to be at 4 or 5 minutes long, and basically it's going to be a more honest portrayal of the actual game itself. To be honest, I support this, so less bullshit in trailers and screenshots, and marketing in general is good for the customer, so I'm not going to complain. So, that's me done for this fairly lengthy video. I know I've talked for a long time now, and I'll see you next time. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.